No, you say you usually keep it in a backpack. Since you had the surgery, do you still keep it in a backpack? Is this the first time you ever put it in your little mechanism, your little support brace there?
Yeah. Because I just didn't want to. That'd be weird to carry a backpack. I don't know. I thought it'd just be like less.
Now, you said you've been in that house several times. Have you met her mom and dad? I know you know the brother.
Yeah, I've met her mom and dad.
Okay. You known them for a few years too.
I haven't. She's told them about me all over the years, and then I was the first boyfriend she had meet her parents, and so I knew them. I added them on Facebook, and when I date someone, it's not just the other person. I want to get to know, their family and stuff like that, because that's an important thing to me.
And there's no kind of, last night, there's no kind of communication that, hey, I'm coming over, can I stop by anything? You just show up. Now, let me ask you this. Before, when you went over to their house, you met mom and dad and all that stuff.
Is this working or not?
With no communication from Owens, Irani believed he was finally moving on.
Do you guys get along okay?
Yeah.
As far as you know. There are no bad words exchanged, anything like that.
There's never been anything wrong between us, and I haven't had any fights with Rowena. There's been nothing, no bad blood at all.
I want to know, is it working? Tell me.
Now,
before that.
when we go to their house to visit them and to visit her and meet them and stuff, do you take your gun with you then?
Mm-hmm.
With you inside?
If I have my backpack, then yeah, because we would do schoolwork sometimes. But other than that, I'd leave it in the car.
Okay.
And I don't want to seem like a crazy veteran, but they're Zoroastrian, so that doesn't bother me. So I don't want this to seem like some hate crime or something.
Okay.
Has she ever seen the gun before?
I think so.
Have you made it a point to point it out to her, say, look what I got, I carry this with me?
Oh, yeah, I told her, usually it's just something I usually always carry with me around my backpack, whatever. When I usually sleep, I sleep with it on the pillow, stuff like that.
Today you wanted her to know you had it when you went to the house, right? That's why you had it the way you did.
Just that way it wouldn't be, secret.
Yeah.
It seems weird, that's why.
Right.
That thing's fucking weird now, though.
Did you take anything from the house when you left? Pick up a towel, a rag, anything at all? Nothing? Okay. All right. Why don't you give us a couple minutes? We'll be right back. I'm going to get a couple overheads, like I said, so we can figure out where the gun is, make sure nobody else trips over that and gets hurt, okay?
I also threw the magazine in the water, too, so it'd be somewhere in
The general area.
Separated. Did you rack any rounds out or anything like that?
No.
So it may still have one in the chamber.
Oh, no, I did wrap that one out because I don't want anything.
What'd you do with that round?
That round was... I actually just threw that one when we were driving because it was... when I parked... I dropped the mag, of course, and then I racked it, and then I didn't realize the round was still in there in the car, and so I just tossed it.
When did you do that?
Shortly after I was driving.
Okay. After you got rid of the gun or before?
After.
Okay. Okay. Be back with you in just a minute. You need some more water? Sit tight.
During another interview, the police were able to get more information that time period and found that the gun was not the only thing that Owens had tried to hide.
Do you know what happened to her phone? To Rowena's phone? Because it's not at her house.
Phone. I must have completely forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, the phone. I completely forgot about this.
That's right.
The phone I actually ended up taking. I picked that up. I didn't have my phone with me, and so when I had her phone, I was gonna call for help, and then I just completely, of course, it surpassed my mind and freaked out, and there was a little bit of blood on it, and so I just pretty much I threw it in the water, pretty much over like where the gun was, like where that gun was, into one of the main ones too. I just checked it because I was just like I don't even know what to do with it at this point, because I was gonna call for help and I figured it was too late. It was just I completely forgot about that. But yeah, that's what happened with that phone.
Okay. Where did you get the phone from? Where was it at?
It fell on the floor after she fell.
Do you think she had it when she was shot? Did she have it in her hand, do you think? Or
I think so.
Okay. Okay. So you go over to where she's at, pick up her phone.
Yeah, like I was looking at her, and then like, of course I was freaking out, and I was gonna pick the phone because I didn't have my phone, and then I was like, there was blood on it, and just kind of looking at the whole situation, I was just like, honestly, I didn't realize I picked it back up, and then I just left, and then after a little bit in the car, I realized I had it, and I was just like, I was like, fuck, I don't even know what to do now, like, and so then I just chucked it in the water.
Did you turn it off before you threw it in the water?
I don't think so.
No? You didn't turn it off when you were in the car? Or... Okay. And you put it did you put it in the pond at the same time you put the gun in the pond?
Yeah, it was at a, way that, like, I went to Rocky Creek, and then I was just right there, and I was just sitting there, just like, I was just freaking out, and so then I was just like, I just had to get rid of the phone just because of the blood and that whole situation. I was just like, oh, what the fuck? And so then I just threw it in the water.
Did you call anybody from the phone or text them?
No, I didn't.
Look at any... Do you know what her passcode was on her phone?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. I didn't look at anything.
Did you try?
To look at stuff?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you try to access it? Open the passcode or anything?
No, I was too freaked out. I just didn't care at that time.
And when you say you threw it, did you actually like take and throw it? The gun was just set up under a
Yeah,
rock.
I mean, I guess I tossed the phone.
Like kind of an underhand toss.
Yeah, and it's not the other, because that pond that was connected to the other one, it wasn't that deep, but that's where.
The one that you threw it into, the one that the gun was in?
The other one.
Or the one where the magazine went?
No, the one that lake was connected to, it goes up kind of into another one farther over. But not the one that was over here with the magazines.
Okay, so the magazine's over at the far south end, on the south side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
the gun was right north of the road,
Yeah.
and then you went further north to throw the phone.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I threw just because of the time. That was the first thing that I was only processing, and it was.
How long after this happened do you think you stopped over on Rocky Creek?
After I left, I was just driving home, and I mean, of course, you know, everything going through my mind and everything like that, and what was going to happen next. 'Cause, you know, I didn't think I got away with it or anything. I didn't try to get away with it. But I mean, it was kind of like on the way.
So just right afterwards, you didn't stop anywhere, drive around for any period of time,
No.
go home, then come back, nothing like that.
No.
Okay. Do you remember roughly what time it was you would have been over there at her house?
Time. It would have been like probably 10:30, 11. Well, that's like when I got there. I mean, when I actually went to the house, that was probably like 11:30, something like that.
Okay. All right. And with the magazine, where did you go across the road to throw the magazine, or were you still on the north side of the road?
I was on this side, and I made a mistake trying to throw with my right arm, and I didn't see where it landed.
Okay.
But I know I threw it across
Over the road.
Yeah, to the other thing.
Okay. I mean, you could see it was daylight at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So were you aiming towards the pond itself?
I was just aiming that direction. I honestly just didn't even care if it went in or whatnot.
Sure. You didn't see where it landed?
No.
No. Okay. Why didn't you have your phone with you?
Didn't have my phone. Well, there's pretty much no point in trying to call her or anything, trying to get a hold of her. And so I just left the phone in the car.
It was in your car, though. Sure. I guess the concern people are going to have, Dane, is that did you send her any text messages or try to send her any messages yesterday? Okay, before this happened. Okay. And so you left your phone in your car in the dad's truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't send any message or anything, or try to.
Okay. You know, the thought process people might have is that you were trying to get rid of her phone to make sure that, because you reset your phone, I mean, you wiped everything that was on your phone. It would be that maybe you were trying to eliminate stuff that was on her phone.
No. There was nothing on her phone then.
I mean, you texted her earlier in the week and stuff like that.
No, I didn't even text her for like, when was it? For like almost half a week or so. I mean, there was literally no conversation at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You remember talking to Michael a couple weeks before all this? You went to, I think you went over to Lawrence, visited him.
I'm trying to think of that. That was this past weekend.
Sure.
Yeah.
Y'all think guilty or not?
You remember telling him that you just felt like you needed to shoot someone? Okay. I mean, when you went over and visited him, were you having issues or?
Yeah, I was just having a bad week with. He came over and got me in a car. He helped me out. He just wanted, we haven't seen each other in a while, so being friends. He lives in Lawrence, so he came over and got me and took me back to Lawrence, and we just pretty much
Had to launch
hung out and went to eat. I mean, nothing.
Okay.
One thing I really said about anything was just, just felt overwhelmed. I don't know, I just didn't understand stuff, and then just everything just pretty much just falling apart. So.
Was that before she broke up with you?
No, that was after.
Bad.
Yeah, that was after, just because a lot of stuff just kept on happening after that. That was kind of a big deal.
Okay. And you and Rowena had been dating for maybe a couple months, 2 months. Did you ever have a romantic relationship? I mean, did you ever have sex with her?
Yeah, we did.
You know how long ago the last time?
Port City. That's where we're going. See Port City.
Maybe like a month. Yeah, maybe a month.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
Is there anything else you remember about what happened yesterday that we went over earlier this morning or late last night that is different than what you remembered last night, or?
Dead. Oh.
Not that I can remember.
You came over and sat outside for a while. You walked up the street, saw Max. Let Max in the house, walked in, closed the door, step over towards the living room area, and that's when she comes around the corner. Did you see her get out of a chair, or was she coming out of the kitchen?
She just coming out of the kitchen, from at least what I saw.
Okay. And you heard her, she was watching some show, I think you said.
And I mean, she may have been sitting down watching it, but I don't know. When she came out of the corner, she was so I don't know.
She didn't say anything to you. You didn't say anything to her. And that's when the gun went off.
Yeah.
When you think back on it, do you remember pulling the trigger?
I mean, I don't know what it was, but I mean, it was just like, I don't even remember pulling the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it went off somehow, so I mean, it's not magic, so I mean, I figured it was. So.
Okay. Okay. All right, then. Is there anything else that you can think of I'm not asking you? Sure.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Okay. Did you purchase that gun yourself?
yes, it was Arizona.
From a gun store or from an individual?
From gun store.
Alright, bud. That's all I got for the moment. Alright?
I need to real quick. Got a couple maps. This is the further out one. This is 127th Street and this is 13th. So your Whitetail's over here. This is Rocky Creek up here. I do. Is it which ponds is it? Is it that one? Because I actually have a.
Would be literally right there.
Just right there at the south
Really?
end of.
Yeah, right next to the super big house. Like, right when you go down there should be like, will be like mud, and I just
Dropped it. Now, did you throw the magazine further or just drop it off?
magazine. I honestly chucked it over here, but I don't know if it's in the water or if it's still in the grass. Right here.
Okay, on the south side there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Is
Good.
it better be?
I think. If they got the. This one I don't think shows the.
No, this
it's
is
got
just-
whitetail.
Oh, that
shows. Okay.
Cry. Oh, cry.
Now, the other thing I'm going to ask you to do, this, I don't know how old this thing is. This is an old part of a pellet gun. Careful you don't want to pinch yourself with it because it doesn't stay together all the time. Can you show us how you were holding the
Get
gun?
in, bud. Why don't I use one of these?
Ow. That hurt. Like, pretty much like that, so it's probably just like that.
Pretty similar to that. Okay. And if you could kind of stand up, pretend like right here's the doorway as you're coming in. I guess, so you step in enough that you can close the door, and then
Just holding it like that. So I closed it, and then like she popped around, and I just don't know what happened. It just jerked up, and then just fingers
Really?
slipped
That's
in.
it.
okay. Okay. Now, the way you're showing in there was you didn't have a grip on the gun.
Yeah, like I wasn't. Just because like I'm not gonna walk in there kind of like that, but yeah, like I had it like.
You had it gripped, but still kind of pointed downward. And then as she came around,
Just slipped, like I jerked up on accident.
okay. When Alicia broke up with you, and when do you think that was?
Just like 2000, like the month.
If you know what years.
2000. What the case date?
Yeah, we did it.
It'd be like this summer, like 2000.
So 4 years ago.
Where'd you leave it?
anybody a story about intending to kill Alicia or another girlfriend who had broken up with you?
Told Mizba, like,
That's not the
I
one.
didn't intend to kill him. I told Mizba that, this was like
Huh?
sophomore year in high school. That, this is gonna sound weird, but like one of the things that,
Owens had made threats more recently. He told
Oh
Elon
my God.
that he planned to murder his ex-girlfriend and implied that he could do the same to her.
I
That's
got so angry, because this was, she broke up with me, her name's Jackie, and she broke up with me right after, like, a surgery I had,
Gotta get some mess.
and, I mean, I convinced my brother we were just gonna, like, dig a grave, but no, it was not like this,
Okay. So you say you convinced your brother that you were going to dig a grave? Did
No.
you actually dig a hole in the grave?
we went by the road, like, Rocky Ridge, can see the,
Oh, Matt's waste.
just,
That's,
well, which, right there. All the way over here, there used to be the railroad tracks, and so,
17th Street there.
yeah, and like, we just, more of just, it was more of, it's serious, but it was more of just kind of one of those, like, joking instances, you know, it's not something you should joke about, it was just, it was like that, but it wasn't for real.
You and your brother just joked about.
He was.
That's
he was
crazy,
younger,
joking about.
Yeah, it was just something.
But you joked about killing her, burying her out there.
Casually.
Yeah, it was just because. I mean, I know it sounds terrible. It was just kind of like, I guess some of that kind of men humor, how you just kind of blow off steam. It's just like, you know, fucked up, kind of that kind of stuff. But no, I never tried to kill.
Did you ever dig her hole? You and your brother didn't go out and dig a hole in the ground? They just laughed off and moved on.
Yeah, no, it.
And did you tell people that you dug it?
Maybe it was one of those things. I was just trying to. Cause I told him I was kind of crazy. Or
Yo.
it wasn't.
What happened?
It wasn't true.
Okay.
It wasn't real.
Okay. What was Jackie's last name?
Elliot.
Elliot. Okay. And did you ever tell Rowena that story? No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no. Well, no. I only. Asha and Mizba, like, we just have a weird sense of weirdness, and it was just something like,
It looks like
sometimes I'll say stuff for attention just to kind of like, because I never fit in growing up. And I understand
I never
it's
fit
a
in.
sick thing to say, but it was just, but no, it was not true. It was
Okay.
just something, but I understand why that you could ask that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know,
No,
Yeah,
what did
we
I do?
heard that story. It's not something
Yeah.
we came up with.
Yeah. So
But you say it wasn't like this.
no,
Magic.
it wasn't. I mean, in the sense of like, you know, I wasn't joking about it, and then something happened or anything. Like it was just a joke that we had.
Okay. Just you and your brother just kind of blowing off steam, kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't even realize what was going on. We were just talking about it.
How old was he then? Do you know?
He was like in 6th grade.
Okay.
So he, but
Okay. But
no, no, it was. I did tell Nesbitt about that, but it was more of growing up. I used to just say stuff so people could kind of like just I could have some attention.
Okay.
Because I was like,
No, I was just gonna say, you drove over to the house today. Have you driven past her house in the last couple days prior to this? Sunday? You didn't go by her house at all on Sunday? Saturday?
not at all.
Friday?
My friend Michael actually came into town yesterday,
Huh?
so he can verify that.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
What'd you guys do yesterday?
We sat around the house. We ordered what was it? Jose Peppers. Just watched movies and stuff like that. But no.
Hills and peppers?
I'm upset. I am obsessive compulsive. I know that about myself, so I know that.
Is that something that actually diagnosed you with, or just from what you've seen and
Oh,
your own
it's
behavior?
not like an actual diagnosis, but it's more of like growing up as a kid. Like I would spend hours like sorting things certain ways. It's kind of like a self-diagnosis, but it was clearly kind of there, but we never did the actual diagnosis kind of thing. But no, I haven't driven past her house. No, today was the only day.
Okay.
That obsessive nature bled over into Owens's romantic relationship. He would fixate on each woman and then become angry when she did not live up to the fantasy he had created.
Okay.
Right.
Have you, has anybody, the VA, Mr. Dominguez, any of these, anybody you've seen, have they actually diagnosed you with PTSD?
Mm-hmm.
PTSD just kicked in, so I gotta get
Yeah,
high.
I can get documentation for. It's
So
weird
where's the
because
game?
the VA says I have PTSD, but it's not service connected, but it's combat related. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't.
So, but yes, they have adjustment disorder. There's something about OCD actually in that one. The TBI with stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys do need that documentation, there's a way to get that for you.
Okay. Did they ever? You say that the TBIs were closed head wounds, I assume, from banging your head. So more or less a concussion. Were they ever able to document, other than the fact that it occurred, that the head bang occurred, were they ever able to do any type of testing to show that there was actually a concussion, or was that all something that came up so much further down the road?
It was somewhat, yeah, like it happened like in October of 2009, and by the time I got to do the testing for it, for the TBI stuff, that was like 2011. End of 2010, 2011. So by that time, when we did do the test though, they did I'm actually, because we're kind of finding more stuff out, more about it, there's actually, one of my friends told me about it, there's a TBI battery test that I'm actually trying to do here in the near future. We did do a sleep study because from what it was shown is I wasn't going through my last stages of my sleep cycle, my REM cycle. So literally I could sleep, however long, but every time I woke up, it felt like a 20-minute cat nap. Yeah, I was never rested.
Okay.
So.
When you drove over to the house today, where was the gun at then when you were driving over?
It was. I just had it on the seat next to me.
Sitting on the seat with you?
Well, like if I'm on the passenger side, there's like in the middle console, there's like where the e-brake stuff is. I just had it sitting in the middle console.
Inside the.
Yes.
Okay.
Just because I don't,
Yeah, it stopped. Okay.
I don't think so.
So you think it's that street just before her house?
I don't want to
Right
know
stop.
what you really
Yeah,
want.
where you sat when you parked your car.
It was like when you go into the thing, it would be like
Oh,
like
alright.
when you go to your neighborhood, there's a point where it like loops around, and then you can go straight or you can go right. And if you go right, then there's like a couple side streets there.
Mm-hmm.
So I parked over here. So that was about 20
Proceed.
spot.
Just a couple houses north of hers.
No, it was probably a little more than that.
Okay. How long do you think it takes you to walk there?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Not long at all.
Okay. So you drive over there with the gun in the center console. You pull up, you stop, and you've been driving around most of the morning.
Tasty.
That.
On the medicine, yeah.
Okay. But you pull up, you stop. Did you stop and get anything to eat? You stop and go in anywhere? Quick shop, quick trip, get gas?
No, and that was just because I didn't.
You didn't drive anywhere in particular?
No, I just
Sit and wait somewhere?
yeah, dude, I just drove over there. I kind of drove around for a little bit just to kind of figure out how to do it. I haven't talked about this, and of course, nothing ever goes as planned. So.
That's Murphy's Law.
Yep.
So you pull up, you stop, you get the gun out of the console, get it into your sling. And I'm not trying to belabor a point here, but I mean, I'm just sitting there looking at it from the outside looking in, okay? And I understand you're feeling, abused. I mean, all you've done is try to be nice. All you've done is tell her how much you care for her. And the minute you do, we've always heard, that, women want commitment. And the minute you explain how committed you are to this relationship, she tells you to take a hike. Is that essentially what you think happened? I mean, is that how you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So she cuts you off. You drive over there, and you walk up to her house with the gun, in your hand. Were you thinking about shooting her at that point? Had that even crossed your mind?
No.
So it hadn't crossed your mind to kill her and kill yourself?
No.
Okay.
If anything, I would have killed myself. I wouldn't hurt someone else
Okay.
because for me, it's I just.
Who's a
don't wanna
healer,
be
so it's
man.
okay.
Like hurting someone else, that doesn't do anything for me.
Why would you go over there to do that, though?
Because it's the only way she would listen. I don't know.
Wait, what happened to my...
Because that was the thing too. Is like.
What did you expect her to say when you walk in the door with a gun in your hand and say, I just want you to listen to me? What did you expect her to do?
We're good.
Take me seriously, yeah. And
You think she had taken you serious?
and I don't know if you guys were able to or not, but and it probably seems like I'd sent her text, and she didn't tell me, when she told me to stop texting her because it was getting a little too much, I stopped. But I told her every single thing, why, I don't understand this, explain it to me,
So why did you think she wasn't taking you seriously? So that you needed to go over there with a gun and confront her about that? What?
Because I honestly don't know if I was gonna do something to myself after that.
Okay.
Because I've done everything I possibly, not with her, but like with everything, I've tried to do my best. I've done help, I've helped, I've done. And there's only so much that someone can do before it's just like, clearly, I just have nothing else to give.
When you walked in, were you angry at her? I mean, were you pissed at her? I mean,
yeah, I was pissed at her and everything. I mean, who wouldn't? But, I mean, I was more of, they weren't, she was not giving me the concrete answer. She was just like, there was no, like, legitimate explanation. She was just saying, oh, it wouldn't work because of going to Colorado, like, at the end of next year. And I was like, what does that have anything to do with right now? Like, and then I would ask Rashad, like, hey,
Bro has the
he's
voice
like,
of like
well,
a guy from the
if
next
my
one.
sister doesn't want to tell you, then she won't tell you. I was like, I understand that. So it's just,
Bro sounds like good griefs.
I've never done anything wrong.
I know this voice.
I just don't know my sense of purpose. This is like, get out of the military. I wanted to do that for life. Get out, you know, start losing friends all the time. I keep fighting to make my parents proud, but I'm not. I can't. I just felt like I hadn't hurt me.
tell me this, when did you shut off your Facebook connections with all these people?
This last week, I asked Miss Bud if she'd want to come over and hang out yesterday. She's like, yeah, sure. Blows me off, not feeling it. I talked to Asha. I was like, hey, like, and she even said she was being a bitch. And I was like, well, why are you being a bitch to me? I haven't done anything. I'm trying to talk to my friends about stuff that's going on in my life to help me. They're shutting me out, leading me out to dry. And she said,
I'll see this.
and then she said,
Oh, I can't even build?
what'd she say? It was like, and it hurt pretty bad. It was like, if you need to talk, go see a therapist, because I can't do that. I'm like, is that really how you view our friendship? Like, and then she's like, I'm just not going to talk to you for the rest of the day. I'm just like, trying to talk to her mom. She wouldn't listen to me. She said that if people understand it, you know, like, yeah, it's a breakup. I understand that. Yeah, it hurts, whatever. But you know what? There's more, and they know it, and they know. Because I talk to them about my stuff, like what I'm struggling with. They're just like, oh, you'll be fine, get over it. It's just like, if you guys even knew fucking half the battle.
Hey, bud, your cell phones, when you're doing these text messages and Facebook and all that stuff, is that over your cell phone? Hey, did you bring that cell phone with you?
It's right there.
Okay. Now, one thing I would like to do is just look through your messages and stuff. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, I will say I basically just factory started because I'm basically was gonna just start over with different people and everything, but you should be able to get it on from Verizon.
We'll see.
Do you have a password?
On my phone, just it should just be a swipe. So, yeah, because I mean I deleted all my contacts. It's clearly
When did you back
Yo, what?
yesterday.
before all this happened?
Math isn't mathing.
It's clearly none of my friends were fucking friends. So it's like, what's the point? If you're not gonna be a friend to me, then
That's it.
Okay. Alright, bud.
Don't cry.
Tell you what, I'm gonna come around there. These doors don't have locks on them. I am gonna put the the shackle on.
Okay.
I'll have Officer Henry out there, the one that transported you up here. He's getting the paperwork ready. Do me a favor, don't mess with it because it'll tighten up on you. He's getting the paperwork ready, and then we'll get you out of here. We'll get you booked over to the county jail.
Dane Owens was found guilty of first-degree murder. In Kansas, this automatically results in a mandatory life sentence. He will not be eligible for parole for 25 years. That's the end of today's video. If you liked what you watched and want to support the channel, hit the like button and check out my Patreon link in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Christopher Harvey. He has been brought in for questioning about the murder of his partner, Rodrika Hill. The couple had a long history of fighting, and Harvey was known to become jealous and violent. When Hill finally broke things off with him, Harvey snapped. He used a tracking device to make sure Hill would be home, and he went to confront her. During the fight, he shot her multiple times before leaving the house. Afterward, he called 911 and pretended that he had discovered Hill.
Dude, how am I?
I'm setting the game, getting sheriff's office, and I just want to come in here and talk to you a little bit about what's going on. I know you made a call to the sheriff's office, and just want to talk to you. And of course, because you get sheriff's office in the room, you got to reach your rights. But like I say, it's only for technicality.
I know my rights.
20!
I got you.
I know my rights.
Yes, sir. But just, I'm reading to you. I know you probably know them, but I got to read to you just because, all right? Okay. So before I ask you a question, you must understand your rights. It's for the running court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, anything will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present if you have a question. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, you won't be appointed for any question. You decide anytime to exercise these rights and not answer questions or make any statements. You understand his rights?
Yeah, I understand. All right, got no reason not to.
Bro got me jumping.
You want to sign right here? You want to get that statement right here?
I didn't do it.
20?
I know. I ain't got nothing to fucking hide.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. All right, so listen, I'm just trying to, tell me what happened. What's going on?
Yeah, I know, like, me and Mama, we always go through it. That's us. She go through it, we go through it. We went through it last night. That's new.
He got me with the trap. I didn't even see any place today. How come bro keeps getting trapped?
That's what we've been doing that. We've been doing 11 fucking years. We've done it for 11 years. Last night, she was supposed to go and get her shit and be gone. When I got there this morning, I felt ass on comment. We need to go get something put on. I caught with her.
Oh,
That's
no.
not normal. When she says she gone, she gone. Whether it's for a week or a month, she gone. When I say I'm gone, I'm gone. I can put up in the yard. I see the dog running around. I get out the truck. I see the damn dog gun. I'm like, damn, the dog, what the fuck the dog? I come in and I see blood. As soon as I see blood, so I look there, I see blood.
Bro, how come I'm not getting trapped?
Well, yeah. I walk to the room, she went in there, I see the house like it been ramshacked. I come back, she's on the side, I'm on the phone with 911 trying to let them know like, somebody has been in my house. Which I mean, she was with her girlfriend yesterday, but you know, last night, that's what we do, when we need space, that's what we do. Okay. We argue, we fuss, we fight, we do it all.
The relationship between Harvey and Hill was one of constant arguments and fights. It was a relief to Hill's family when she ended things with Harvey, but they never realized that this choice would tip him over the edge.
And we've been doing that for 11 fucking years. And then, when I call them, they call me, ask me why. I called you. I just got asked my name, like, look at this. I called y'all, because something happened to my fucking woman, and y'all treat me like I'm going to do something to her. We do this shit to each other all the fucking time. Okay. I move out, she move out. This is our third place together. This is the one that me and her purchasing that home together. But I moved out on multiple houses in the last 18 months. She moved out. We have always done that. Okay. It has never been.
Oh man,
so
that's karma. That's
I can't go in the house like.
Oh, I thought he. I honestly.
This is my one.
What?
Okay,
Dude,
when you say you woman, who's
what do
your
you
woman?
Rodrigo, that's my woman. You know, that's my wife. Let me be here with her. You put me in the car. You doing this right there. I gave you a phone so you can see what we done text, what we done argued. I had nothing to hide. I'm giving you all this. Okay. I didn't have to do that. I gave them all of that.
Yes, sir.
So you know that I ain't got shit to fucking hide from y'all.
Yes, sir. And you say Rodrigo was like
Yeah, no, her name is Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
And so I got like you can see all our conversations when she says she's from the Panther. You can see everything that we talk, we take about. This is what we do. You can go back in the past history. That's what me and this woman here do.
Okay. You say you guys been together for the last 11 years?
11 and a half years, yes.
Okay.
But we always do this one. When she say, I need space, I'm gone, I know what that means. I beg her back, I talk shit. When I say that, she beg me back, we talk shit. But I still go, she still go. We give each other a little breather and we come back.
Yo, what?
It has always been that way. I had that girl put me through my
Oh, that's on me.
going to jail. She's the only one that has been my family turning back on me, my friends turning back on me. No matter what I've done, that woman has always been there for me. Even through the shit I'm going through, like she has always been there. Busting, bitching, she has been that one there for me. And I'm trying to tell her, like, this woman has been there, like, y'all don't understand. This woman is my fucking lifeline.
Yo.
She the one that keeps me fucking
Yo, what is going on?
She keeps me fucking sane. When she gone, that gives me the energy to straight up, like, damn, boy, you gotta straighten your ass up, cause when your woman come home, I go say the same thing. Shit, I gotta tighten up.
Look mad goofy, I'm not gonna lie.
We always, we have done this countless of many times. This is the first time I come home with my fucking dog. I knew so wrong for my dog around. We keep our dog in the house. Only time she's outside is when we are home, and you know, and she uses bathroom. Other than that, she's in the house with us. When I seen her running around the house, I knew something automatically was wrong.
You say which door was open?
The back door, I didn't know the front door was open until.
Oh wait, what time is it?
Like, look, my front door. I didn't know that the front door was open too, kind of crazy. We don't lock our doors. We done had people break in a couple times and stole a few things, and that's why I was trying to ask them, like, was anything taken? I was like, was our safe in the room still? We have a safe that was in our bedroom, had like $3,000 or so in it.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out, was that gone? But she wouldn't let me go in there. Look, I was like, well, I can tell you, let me see if my safe on some of our valuable stuff was in a little safe like this. We had some stuff that was valuable to us that was in that safe.
So when is the last time you seen this here?
Well, last night we're at the motel. I was at the motel. The officer came out there. She was with a guy friend in. Her and a guy friend, they left the motel.
Which motel?
The Days Inn, and you can ask officers. The officers got our name and stuff, because I was downstairs visiting a friend. Her and her guy friend was there. I was downstairs, the guy Gary Knight. I think his last name Gary Knight. I always call him Baldwin. Gary. They got his information. The officer left with the call. That was like 2 in the morning. And the officer was one lady and 2 male officers. They sat there and talked to us.
Okay.
And then that's when, you know, she was like, she's going house pack up. She's like, well, you need to come to the house and grab you something, because like when I work, I free ball. So she when I got it, she passed me a pair of drawers at the down, like shit. I ain't gonna be able to go put the drawers. So I took my drawers and shoes and I left. She like, I'll be gone in the morning. So that's why I waited till whatever time I woke up. I like, she let me go on to the house. She should be gone.
Okay.
Gets to the house, the car still there. I'm like, well, why the fuck is she still here? She's supposed to be gone.
Y'all gonna buy a
But
skibbity?
in actuality, she was still there at the house.
So you say she's at the Days Inn?
Yeah.
So which Days Inn? Which one is that?
Right there on Appalachian Parkway.
Okay, so Appalachian Parkway. And you say was she staying there?
Well, her and her guy friend was there, and me and my homeboys, we were down bottom. You know, she didn't know I was gonna be there.
Okay.
We were all down all night, and I texted her like, "Shoot, I'm here. Come outside." Like we sitting on the couch, you know, we sitting out there drinking and stuff, you know, chilling. Like I'm outside. And she, you know, and then she called me and talking all kind of trash. I'm like, "Well, y'all do y'all. We doing us. You say you gonna leave? I know that's something that we do. We've been doing this shit for so fucking long."
Okay.
And so when she said that, I left. I went to the store and come back. I was like, well, Baldwin, what's shit? He was like, oh, they hauled ass and they were gone.
So shortly after that, I get a call. She said, you need to come get something out the house. Cause she said, I'm going to be moving. She's like, I'm going to move my stuff all day. So if you need it out of the day, you ain't got no fucking drawers on. She's like, well, come get you a goddamn pair of drawers. I'm like, and she did. She gave me a pair of drawers, though. I'm like, it is what it is. Kept on about my business.
Why does it
Went
have
to my house. Laid down, went fucking sleep. Look, I woke up. Like, damn, it's almost 1 o'clock. Like, we go to the house and get everything situated. Put in the driveway. I'm like, call with me just in case anything do happen. Like, I need you to ride with me just in case, the guy might have been there with her or whatever. Like, just ride with me.
Who you say your aunt?
Mother G, the one was with me.
Okay.
I asked him to ride, like, just for my protection. I like, just, ride with me over into the house.
Okay.
Just cause if anything happened to me, I want him to see, okay, this is what's going on. And I get into my door wide open. But I didn't notice the front door was open actually until me and the lady was talking when she got my idea. I was like, well, shoot, like, dang, my front door open too. So I was like, well, damn, was she trying to go out the door? Because the front door was open, but I didn't know it was that till then. Okay. Because we were standing in front of the house.
All right. So you met Days Inn. Around what time was that last night you get the Days Inn?
Million XP.
I was up for the Days Inn from at least 11, trying to leave after 2.
After
That's
2 at the Days Inn?
After 2. I mean, they can verify, you can go look at it's all on camera. Like I said, the officer was talking to us because she was trying to tell him that he couldn't have no company because it was some commotion going on around there that they thought was gunshots and everybody scattered, but we was the only people that didn't run, and they thought we had some involvement, so they was trying to make sure. He was like, no, this is my company. We sitting here on the porch. Like, we didn't hear no gunshots. He like, we heard a lot of arguing, but there's no gunshots going on. And so the officer got his information and stuff, and then she messed around and walked off with his ID, so we had to run her down by the front almost the Capitol Circle to get his ID back from him, and then we went back and sat on the porch.
And you say officer, was this?
It's a TPD.
TPD officer.
TPD officer. It was 1 female and 2 males.
All right. So what did you say? Heard gunshots?
No, they said they had reports of gunshots around them, but it was somebody arguing on that back balcony, but they surfaced the whole complex, and then people started taking off running. But we was only 2 people that didn't run because we didn't have no reason to run.
Gotcha.
We just continued what we did. He had a chair, I had a chair. He had a last room right on the end downstairs. That's his room right there. And we sat there right by the staircase, and we were like, well, we don't have no reason to run. We didn't do shit. What we running for?
And so you that day then, you said you have about maybe 1 or 2.
No, I know it was after 2 because I went to the Circle K right before they closed at like 1:50, so I know it was after 2.
Okay, so after 2, we updated. What time did you get there?
Like 11 is 12, somewhere 11, 12, somewhere there.
Okay, and she was there. Who was the guy friend?
I don't know. I don't get into it with her guy friends. The only thing I always tell her, like she always tell me, tell them hoes to face me. I like tell her nigga to face me.
Got mats?
Because he's calling on crowd.
Chill. I'm your friend. Your bestie.
You know, I always say tell her to face me. She always, she goes, like, tell her hoes to face me. Like, when we do our dirt, she'll be like, tell her hoes to face me. I say the same thing.
Oh.
Tell her nigga to face me. He never face me. So what happened was, when I went to the store and stuff, they do, I was part of it, they part of it, so by the time I got back, they was gone, so Papa like, man, they hauled ass on me. I was like, okay, so we got our bill, got our bill, we sat right there, like,
That teleports a shot. We'll check.
And then I was calling her and texting her, she would have called me, man, and when he answered the phone one time and said, nigga, don't worry about this, I'm like, don't worry about it, bro, this is all later, don't get into the I'll never get into you, you want to
Bro, I swear. Dude, I'm on 30 ping.
So don't do that. So when she called me, she was like, just come get you some. Come get past my car. Okay, baby, that's what it's fine. But if you get up on you ain't going back to that. I think you ain't going back to that.
No, there's no way.
I heard him in the background saying that she's not going to come back to me. But she always come back home.
When was that?
Last night, he kept saying she wasn't going to come back home. But she always come home to me. I always come back home. 11 years, I've always came home. She's always came home every 2 weeks, but it's a month, 2 months. I've always came home. She always came back. There's nothing I have to break. Everybody that knows her knows me. This is what we do.
This was the pattern for 11 years. Something Bill said during their last fight made Harvey realize that this time she was ready to break the cycle.
So you say you live about 150 on Circle K, and came back, heard the guy friend was gone.
Yeah, they were gone. So me and Gary, them, and the short dude, the thing they called the city, he ended up gone. sitting there, we drinking. I had blood, they had blood, we had a regular. We just sat there talking about. She wanted to come give a shit. So once I got the shit done, I wanted to take like, why the fuck, she grabbed her about 15, 20 minutes. She just quit responding to me. So I'm like, why the fuck you not responding? So she's on both lines trying to figure out, like, why the fuck you not responding to me? But when they calling the blog, they calling me. We bust a fight, she's not responding, so I figured that he made her leave to, like, don't talk to me no more tonight. So that's what I was thinking. So she normally talking to me. I was going off my 294 number, I was going off a 26.
Literally can't do it.
Off.
Oh, I'm at like 30 FPS. What's going on?
Y'all just want the same shit. Like, you need to be telling me something.
So you have come get your stuff.
No. She didn't say come get my stuff. She get her stuff. She know I can go take the draw and shit. I take the bath. I never made it. Put the draw on. So I was working. I get sweated. I don't want the draw. Too much weight. I was draw. Because they get too wet. So I just wanted to pay her underwear.
Yeah. So when you get back, she's gone with her girlfriend. Who else is there? You say, you mentioned like Gary.
Yeah, it was me, we got Gary,
Yeah, okay.
the guy, there's a short guy named Sid. We all in the day, and even the hotel manager, he came over there to ask, was everything okay once the police came, and Gary like, well, I've been here over 2 weeks, so, I can have a countdown and pay you in advance. So he like, I don't cause you no problems, and that was them back then.
Okay.
And he like, that's why we didn't run, and he told that to the hotel manager. That's why, he didn't go anywhere.
Is that Gary Knight?
Yeah.
Okay. You say Sid, his
I
name.
don't know. I didn't know that he was calling him Sid.
Okay. And you got
There's a video?
Who? I don't know.
Video. Could also be true.
Gary, because we call Gary Baldwin. And I know he had a room, but the guy said he come from around the other side, so I'm assuming he had a room on the back side, but we was right there with the office is, and he got that first room downstairs at the bottom.
You say, so you got the office?
You got if you come up, you have to go out after that spot, you have to make a U-turn to get the days in. Okay. You come in, there's the office, as soon as you go to the first building, he's in his room right downstairs. Okay. He's down here, right downstairs.
Wait, it's just...
You come back, y'all hung out a little bit, drank a few beers.
Mm-hmm.
What happened after that?
You only get the bubble blaster.
And then I was like, she was like, well, where you at? Like, I'm still where you seen me. Like, I'm still at the room. Mm-hmm. She was like, well, I'm going to the house. I'm going to pack a few things. She was like, well, I need some drawers if you gonna be there. She was like, well, you need to come get that and you need to leave till I finish doing what I got to do. So I like, okay, sweetie. And then I hear him that he was saying some stupid shit in the background, like, she ain't coming back to you, some shit with, I don't pay the number matter, she always come back.
I'm ready.
I step with the matter how much we always come back to each other. Gotcha. Regardless of the fact. Because guess what, that's my backbone and she my backbone. Her backbone is not vice versa. She keep me on a straight path, she keep me out of shit. She keep me doing what I'm doing. She's the reason why I have my own company today because of her.
Bro,
she worked her ass off to make sure that we had, and she made me a fucking better man. Running the streets to not
1,350.
To want to be somebody. And
nobody's playing this.
And that's what I'm trying to tell him. Like, that woman made me. She helped make me.
You got a lot of love there.
Yeah, that woman helped make me. And for me to come in and hurt it, don't feel and seeing her like this, and y'all trying to tell me
this is not it.
This woman here.
Oh, there's not even any music.
I
Either one.
My life for that woman.
Okay. So you say you got a whole lot of love. We say y'all had a lot of problems, right, over the years, but no matter what the circumstances is, y'all come back.
We always come back. This ain't the first rodeo with me and her doing this. We just separated last year for like 4 months. It took us 4 months to get back, and then keep in mind we got a house. We both left that house there for 4 whole months because we didn't want to bring infidelity in our house. So we both left that house and we both came back to that house
No,
together.
cancel.
So what? Okay, so y'all left. You eventually we get back home when you called us. What do you think happened?
Well, I don't know because I was trying to figure out where the dude was at that was with her. I was trying to figure out where he was at because he was there with her. So I'm looking at I like he was with her last night.
Oh, who is?
So I was trying to figure out. So that was my whole purpose. That's why I like he got to be in there somewhere. So I'm looking through the house trying to figure out where the fuck he at.
Oh, you better pray.
If he was in there and I see her, I was gonna do something to him. But he's nowhere.
He's gonna
to be
talk
found.
to her.
And then another thing, when I'm talking to him, I'm looking for a phone because I know I can call him. I don't see no fucking phone. I'm looking for a phone. That's my next thing. I'm like, what fucking phone? Cause if I find her phone, then I'll find you.
Okay. So you say who went to the house with you?
Jared.
That's your uncle?
Yeah.
Okay. So what? He gets to the house. You say you told him to come with you because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Now I always ask, I didn't just ride me to the house.
Where is he at?
He's in the truck.
Okay, so he stayed in the truck?
Nah, he stayed in the truck till I got out because that's what he do. And then when I come out, and I like, I'm gone. So he got out the truck and he just went to doing his no, and if you know, I like, you got to come in the house. But he wasn't going out, so like, no, and if you know. So he got out my truck. I like, nephew, I like, something happened to my wife. He like, no, nephew, don't tell me that. No, I know that. And then no. So he got out the truck and he got out my truck and he went to walking down there by the shed and he went doing all this and that and there. And he just, I like, no, he wouldn't call like, you need to come in here. You need to come in, but he like, no, and like, you ain't telling what you. I'm like, you need to come in the house. But he wouldn't come in the house. I had to be there because that's my woman. So I'm on the phone with them telling them because she was breathing, but she wasn't breathing. She was breathing like she was still moving her like real slowly.
Okay.
Hill was still clinging to life when the ambulance arrived, but her wounds were too severe. This video shows a desperate escape attempt by a criminal who had successfully concealed a weapon, which he then turns on police while still under arrest. You can watch it right now, plus many more Patreon-exclusive videos for as little as $2 a month at patreon.com/strangerstoriesplus.
And that's why I was telling her, I was like, she was kind of like this. I like, ma'am, she's moving, but she's not moving. Because see, like, she was trying to take her last breath. That's what it seemed like to me. Seemed like she was trying to take her last breath.
No, and nobody was actually there in the house when you got there. Nobody was there.
I didn't see nobody. Just the door was open, the dresser drawers was open, the closet was open. And like I said, I didn't have time to process whether her safe was there or not. But that's why I asked the lady, I was so busy trying to see what was what. Can I go back in and see if our safe was gone? Because we got some valuable stuff in our safe.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, you definitely got a lot of love with this woman. All right. Y'all been through a lot. Y'all been through a lot. From what you told me, y'all been through a lot. 11 and a half years. I can only imagine what y'all been through.
We've been through it all. That nobody would never know our struggle. About our family, our friends don't know because they always say, "Why y'all always end up at each other? Y'all toxic to each other." I ain't know and her family, they like y'all so toxic with each other. And she'll tell them, I think like that we will make each other whole.
I mean, again,
when she's not around, it's a piece of me missing. When I'm not around, it's a piece of her missing. So when she's out doing she called it feeling her boys. When she's not feeling her boys, she said her boys not being filled because she's not with me.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna let you guys go for a bit and then be chilling again, but for now.